and welcome back to Custer Castle. As you can see, we're not at a theme park. Bit of a different kind of video. Obviously with the scary season coming up and all the scare attractions, things are going to take a darker turn on the channel as we start to delve into the scare attractions and offerings both new and old. We are doing things a little bit differently with our scare season this year, so I thought we'd make a quick video just to jump on and tell you what exactly all that's all about, because I feel like explaining at the beginning of every video is going to get very repetitive and long-winded. We're also going to give you a few sneak peeks at what's in store as well, so there's a little bit coming in this video.
Oh yes.
I believe you named this part of this trip, didn't you?
I did. So, what's the name of this is going to be the Asylum Tour. So everything spooky and in between will be in this series of videos.
Yeah, I think the name might change each season as well, so
yes,
we'll have a bit of fun doing that, just to keep track of what's going on. But as far as changes are concerned, we've never actually released a Halloween video or scare season video on this channel before, but if you have seen our blogs or other things that we've done where we have appeared with Halloween content, you'll know that we aren't always the easiest to please. Let's say it that way. Partly through us being scare actors ourselves, and also just generally not finding what we specifically would be looking for in certain attractions. It has made our reviews in the past come across a little bit weird and harsh. So, we have a plan to fix that. And this year we are trying out a series of scare scoring metrics, of which we are going to use to help give a more balanced and fair review of attractions compared to just saying, you know, oh, it weren't scary. And it also helps because it means that you'll get a bit more substance in the content and in the reviews as well. So you won't just have us go, oh, that was really good, or oh, that was scary. You know, we'll be able to go into more detail about those things as well. Hopefully producing a bit more of an interesting video for you guys and something a bit more useful. Yeah. But with this, we have 5 specific areas that we're looking at, and it will help us produce overall ratings for each maze. So, let's go into those, shall we?
Oh yes, please.
Okay, so our first factor that we're looking at doing is enjoyment. You know, did we enjoy the experience in general? Did we enjoy the maze? How did we find the experience? Did we have fun? Because, you know, the main thing about it is having fun. So, did we have fun with it? Our second one is the theming. You know, is it a well-themed maze? Does it make sense? You know, does the theming work? And are there any like theming gaps or any weird things like plain dark corridors that just don't need to be there, for example, and sort of how that theming is brought into the attraction. There's a section about characters, so characters' performance, how the character plays their role, but also how the characters interact with you as a guest. You know, if a character is supposed to be like a, I don't know, like a pig butcher, are they actually acting like you would expect them to do, or are they just kind of there going like, hi? You know, it's a bit weird. Sort of how that character performs. We've also got a metric that we're looking at for storyline. You know, is there a story? Does that story make sense? Do we feel that story is conveyed throughout the maze itself? Because there are some mazes where they've got no story, and then there's some mazes that have a story that lose it immediately. So, you know, is there a story that we can tell from the maze? And generally, overall immersion, you know, how immersive was the experience? Did we feel immersed? Did we feel involved? You know, contact, if there's contact, did that contact make sense and make us feel like we are part of that world and part of that story for the time we're in that maze? Or is it just unnecessary things, you know? And hopefully all those metrics together will come together and help us produce a actual overall scare rating and rating of our experience and what we enjoy. And I think it should work.
I think so, yeah.
I know you love a good theming.
I do love a good theming. I do love when costumes look spot on. I am going to be keeping a very sharp eye on the theming just because, well, I like theming. I like, if the theming's good, the story is going to carry well. If the theming isn't great, your actors are going to have a hard time, and it should be fun for everybody.
Yeah, and with me, I'm a big fan of, you know, performance interaction. I love that feeling of being immersed in the experiences and have those characters interact and, you know, be more personal. I know we've mentioned it before a few times, but I don't really like the Horror Nights style animatronic acting where, you know, they come out, say a voice line, go back in. I'm much more of a fan of that interaction that's personal to each guest. You know, so for example, I'm wearing a pink coat. If a actor was to see me wearing a pink coat and they mentioned a reference to the coat, something like that. I mean, obviously, it doesn't always have to be about coats. It doesn't have to be about coats and what you're wearing, but some sort of personalised experience and interaction that may differ from me to Sam, for example. So those are our kind of like focal areas of things, and I feel like what we've got planned this year is hopefully going to help us be a bit more useful on those reviews that we do.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if we don't enjoy something, it does tend to carry.
Yeah.
And we found, like in previous visits to attractions, if there's something that we didn't quite enjoy, it then kind of carried through to the rest of the attractions a bit more.
Which was a bit out of order on the rest of the attraction, let's be honest.
So we're hoping to do this in a more fair and enjoyable way. But that really brings us on to the next bit. You know, what are we actually doing this October? You know, what can you look forward to when tuning into the channel, and what can you hopefully expect to see? So we're not going to give everything away, because I feel like that would be a bit
let's
cruel. Well, but also, we've not planned everything yet. We're still working things out. But there are a few things that we can reveal to you, or some that I will choose to reveal to you. So we've got a mixture of some old returning favourites and some new returning favourites. Hopefully returning favourites if they're new and we enjoy them. Can't make sense, but you know. So things that we can kind of confirm, a few returning favourites. So we'll be heading back to Alton Towers Scarefest, just because we really enjoy Scarefest. Quite curious to see how those new mazes are going to work out as well, and how it's going to come together, and just see what's going on over there and what's changed in older mazes out of there. We've also got a few VIP experiences and other things that we're doing at Alton Towers this year, so that'll be a little bit different, a little bit fun. And we've also got, I think we've got the Ultimate Frights Pass as well for pass holders, so we're going to see just how that comes into play and how much use we find on that as well. Another one that we are returning to will be Thorpe Park. We haven't done Fright Nights since 2023, and that was our first experience at Fright Nights.
It was a very soggy Fright Night.
Oh yeah.
Us two getting absolutely drenched in a good curry.
It was good
worth
fun.
it.
I did enjoy that one. Obviously, they've just introduced Deadbeat last year, which is a new experience for us to try out. It'll also be good to get back into Stitch's survival games, trailers. New one is the Crows again, so
We gotta love the Crows.
we do love the Crows. So we'll be getting back there. We'll also be heading back to Extreme Scream, which we really enjoyed last year, and also over the Scarecon weekend that we did earlier on this year.
Yep.
Obviously, Scarecon, we got to revisit Pie Factory, Bloodlust, and Circus, and we had some pretty good runs in there. Like, the actors were pretty
It was
intense.
amazing. To be honest, if Pie Factory keep up what they did during Scarecon, they will be absolutely vicious, and it'll be a brilliant maze to go through.
Yeah, they had some really good energy, and obviously they've also got Spores this year, which is their new experience, which we're looking forward to seeing how that goes. And I'm sure it'll be a much better experience than what we unfortunately experienced when we did Uncleanos Open Acres, which was one of our least favourite experiences of the previous year, and one of those ones where we didn't have a great review of it. But we are also heading to some new attractions this year. Now, a lot of what I've got on this calendar down here I'm not going to show you just yet, so we want a few secrets and surprises for you. But looking at this, which one am I going to show you? We'll go with that one. So one that we are doing for the first time, we'll be heading up to Doncaster Fear Factory. We've been kindly invited, there we go, by the Doncaster team to go and check out the event for the first time, so thank you for the invitation first off. And we're really looking forward to seeing what the operator has in store. Now, we know that the attraction has some returning favourites like Frygate Foundry, which was introduced last year, but they've also got a few new attractions and changes to the experience this year. So they've announced the arrival of the Shelton Motel, which is one of the two new mazes of this year, coupled with Quinlan & Co., which is a sort of bakery infestation kind of themed attraction, which seems like quite fun. They've got scare zones and other roaming things happening, like Uncle Donk is a character who's been involved previously, from what I remember. He's got a scare zone now with various clowns and other oddities and fun stuff as well. But we're really looking forward to getting there for the first time, and we've got a few other ones that we're hoping to visit for the first time, which I'm not going to show you. They're obviously down here on my little calendar board. But there's some really exciting ones there, and I think it will be probably one of our busiest seasons yet. Last year we did quite a lot of Halloween stuff. Obviously, not on our channel here, but if you are interested, you can check him out on the Ghost Coaster channel to go and see that. I'm putting it up there apparently this time. I don't even know if I can put it there, but I'll try and put it there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this season. Looking forward to the season?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. They'll have to drag me out of it by the end of it. I want to stay.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. There were a few things that we were trying to get planned that we haven't quite fit in this year, so they may have to come into next year. So yeah, quite looking forward to it. But obviously, we can't do this without a shout out to one of our own events this year as well. So obviously, as you should know, if you don't know already, we are both scare actors part-time in a charity group, and we have our very own Scream team who turn up for events, and we take part in various events throughout the year. And if you are interested in catching us scaring, you can catch us at the Redditch Bid Scarefest event, which again I'll put the information down here somewhere. Tickets are on sale, and it should be a pretty good maze this year. You know, we've got the maze, we've got other bits and bobs happening as well, so there'll be plenty of things to get involved in there. But if you are interested, be sure to check that out and see what we get up to on that as well. But it's really going to be a good season. There's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be good.
It's going to be intense.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, what about you guys? What are you doing this season? If you've got any events that you are looking at doing this Halloween, then let us know in the comments. Are there any hidden gems that we've missed out that you really think we should try? I mean, no promises that we haven't already got it on our calendar down here anyway. But if there's anything that you think we should try for definite, then let us know in the comments. But yeah, I think it's time we get this season underway. Don't you?
Oh, let's go scare someone.
Well, that's how that's going to go, I guess. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Good night.
Now, and let the spooky season commence.